bro, where they from? The belly of the beast, bro, what they do? Back in the heat, bro, what they like? Smoking them trees, bro, how they live? Running the streets, bro, where they from? The belly of the beast.
Welcome and thank you for joining us. This episode is about broken homes. What? So what we're gonna do is talking about broken homes. We're gonna talk about what we did as adults to make sure that our kids didn't have to go through the same thing that we went through,
Right.
and the steps that we took, to make sure that did not happen, right? Also, we have my prayer partner with me, man, Joe.
What's happening?
What's happening, Playboy?
I'm here, fam.
I know you here, man.
Here.
How you
I'm
feeling?
with the team. I'm feeling great, bro.
You feeling great?
Great.
We gonna get to it, man. If y'all want, I'll set it off.
Go ahead.
Set it off.
I'm gonna set it off. You know what I'm saying? I'm a father too. You know what I'm saying? I've been with the same gal for a long time. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you already know that to me, and I think it was premeditated on my part. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I grew up differently. I grew up without a pops.
Right.
I'm sure y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can relate. So I didn't have a dad. I just had my mother, which I love and adore so much. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I said to myself was I was going to make sure my kids didn't have to go through what I went through. Growing up, not having a dad, the direction that's necessary. You need a man in the house,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, to give your kids direction. You know what I mean?
Right.
To give them game, you know? So I made sure on my end, I chose the right girl. You feel me? What's up, girl? Wow. I had kids by her, you know what I'm saying? And we together. We've been together all this time for
That's what it is.
24 years, you know what I mean? I see you crossing your leg, you showing thighs, you know what I'm saying? Gonna just, legs wide open, balls hang. I mean, come on, what we got? Let's run it.
I mean, so when we're talking about broken homes, what is a broken home? What are broken homes?
Broken home is when you grew up in a household with one parent. Some of us had no parents at all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you pretty much had to figure things out on your own. You know what I mean?
I guess I could agree. How you feel about it, Joe? What's your stance on?
Well, I could relate to it because I have been through that. You feel me? A broken home. I came from a broken home because my mama died when I was 11.
Yeah.
You feel me? And she left
Sorry to hear
7
that.
boys, 1 girl. You know what I'm saying? 8 kids.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, and my auntie had to take all of us in. You feel me?
That's what you call moms. Yeah, to this day, yeah.
And that's the one I go all out
out,
and beyond about.
I
You
already
feel what
know,
I'm
kid,
saying?
yeah.
God bless.
And I've been on the streets since then. You feel me? And then still grinding. You feel me?
Yeah.
And behind a broken home, you always gonna find you look for the streets to be your mom and
Be
dad.
your
you
guide,
feel me?
but there ain't no guidance in there, boy.
You feel what I'm saying? But, yeah.
Yeah.
And right now, my kids right now, I got my 3 boys and my 2 girls. I go up and beyond about them. You feel me? And I make sure they don't never felt what I felt.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
trying to look for fatherhood and motherhood in the streets, that ain't the
find
key.
that. You ain't gonna find
Because you're going to
that.
always have people going to try to mislead you to
Yeah.
do other things you ain't got no business doing.
Man, to benefit them.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I feel when it comes to broken homes, I hate that I'm always the person that's always
Come on, V. You know, you got it. You got it, V.
I agree with what both of you guys are saying as far as broken homes. I feel like we see it a lot in our community.
Right.
Now, what can we do to combat it, to stop it? You were lucky and fortunate enough, by the grace of God, to meet your wife at an early age.
Thank you, Jesus.
And marry her, but that's not everybody's circumstance, So it's kind of tricky. I feel like it's almost like playing Russian roulette. Oftentimes, social media, you see people judging women who have these children,
Right.
and they're not with the fathers. But it takes more than one person to create the broken home.
Of
So
course.
it's that's why I say it's kind of like playing Russian roulette, because if you're in a relationship, a happy relationship or whatever the case may be, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work out.
Yeah.
So then that broken home is still, it's a possibility. You can't guarantee, nothing in life is guaranteed.
Nothing.
Let's start there. So you can't guarantee anything. Now, me, myself, I would say I agree. I came from a broken home. I mean, I really didn't have my mom or my dad.
Right.
So it's in my mind. I mean, I guess for me, it would be different for a lot of other people that maybe had one parent or the other. So my experience is completely different from most people.
But I think the most important thing when you come from a broken home, to be quite honest, man, if you're conscious enough, aware enough, you kind of plan ahead for when you have children of your own, how you want it to be different for them. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, I understand what you mean. You said I was lucky. I was lucky and
Yeah,
I was
God
blessed
is
by
good.
God. But also, too, I wasn't dumb because a lot of times, I think a lot of us young dudes, we met a good girl.
Yeah.
We were just too young to appreciate what she was.
Yeah.
We were knuckleheads, you know, we were just too busy just, mine just stuck. She just stick there.
And we be so young, we don't even want to man up.
Yeah.
We still want to play
Don't
in the
even
field.
understand that
Man.
you
Yeah.
have to at that point. Yeah.
Mine's just stuck. God was like, you ain't going nowhere. You know, it just stuck there.
And especially if
Yeah.
you build a bond with your you know, with your girl or whatever, you got to build a bond. If you don't have no bond, there's nothing. Because
Right.
you got to know from the good to the bad.
We still gonna rock it out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because if you don't know how nobody bad side, you ain't gonna know the good side.
The
You
good
feel
side.
what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think too, man. Even today, I hear people complain about what's out there, you know. But if you can take the time to pick out your clothes, make sure it match everything. You make sure your shoes and your pants and your shirt, everything was coordinated. I think when you meet a man or a woman, you could take the time to make sure that person matches
Cool.
you. You know what I'm saying? Before you go in there raw and then you like, boom,
It's about bonding.
you know what I'm saying?
But when we talk about specifically broken homes, I feel like one of the more key things is, and this is only from my own experience with my children, I feel in my own life experience with growing up in a broken home, it's important to have both parents in the house. That's that's really key. Everybody
important.
wants that. But even if we can't have both people in the house, you can still, it's going to be technically a broken home, but you could still manage that if both people mature.
If you have a
to
good team,
mature.
you have
You have to be a team, and you have to raise these kids together. You can't once the parents are at odds and not really getting along, it's going to trickle down to the kids. But the kids shouldn't feel it.
Right.
Like,
all.
yeah,
That's
you're not
the most- that's the
home.
most important
you
part.
know,
Right.
you're not in the house. Yeah, okay, dad's not in the house, but the child shouldn't feel, you know what I mean? Like they're missing out
Neglected. Yeah,
on, or they don't
neglected
have,
anyway,
yeah. So I think it's all about choices, who we choosing to mate with. But a lot of times, like you said, we young. When people are young, they're not thinking ahead. They're not thinking. I feel like these young girls that I see, 16, 17, having kids, you're not thinking in the long term, 10 years from now.
Right.
You can't even, you could barely see the next year, let alone 10 years. So the guy you picking, you ain't looking at no 10 years from now. Who is this person going to be? Does this person have goals? Is this person family oriented? You're not, at 16, I wasn't thinking about that. 16, you cared about somebody was family oriented and they had goals?
The only thing I
Wasn't.
care about was only thing I cared about was nobody getting pregnant. That's the only thing I cared about. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's the only thing I keep,
And that was a smart, at least, you know.
I keep that rubber on me. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I
I keep
mean-
it on me, and it worked out good for me. You know what I mean?
And the truth is, we can instill whatever we want into our children. We can give them everything. You can give them all the knowledge that you didn't have, all the knowledge that you did have. You can pour into them.
Right.
But the truth is, we were that age before too. You want to do whatever it is that you want to do.
Yeah, but you
We
still got to find a way to get to them to make them understand. Like I think you did a great job with your sons. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I know
Isaac and Jeremiah.
Yeah, man, them boys, man. You know,
Yeah.
I think you
Man,
did a great
listen.
job. You know what I'm
And
saying?
even when you used to come around and you used to see that, you feel me, a whole conversation with my boys or whatnot.
You
You
did
feel
a
me?
great job with
But
them
that's why I
boys.
says what you pour in. You could pour into them, but the kids have to want to do better. They have to want it for themselves.
Yeah.
When you see like these little girls and they so fast, I don't always quickly blame the parents, because some of these parents truly not raising these kids like that. The streets is raising the kids. The friends
media,
is raising the
social media.
kids.
And to double back off what you said, because it's a lot of young girls that's like, they parents are so harsh on them, so they
Yep.
wait into the moment so they can sneak away and
Yep.
just do what
And
they
now
ain't got
they
no business
wild.
doing.
You know how many
Yeah.
girls, man, when in college and got pregnant, man?
Yeah,
See?
they
As
wild.
As soon as because in high school they weren't able to.
'Cause
do
they was
so-
caged
they was
in.
Caged in like a.
So it's like it has to be some type of
yeah.
balance and understanding at the same time, because
Exactly.
we all human. We all human. And at that age, you're still finding yourself, learning, which is why
Yep. That's real.
you still
That's real
figuring
now.
out life.
Yeah.
You still figuring out, but you still got to find a way to be responsible though. Even at a young age, you still got to find a way to be kind of responsible for something, some way, somehow, kid.
Just think about
16.
it. 16. We ain't got no responsibility. At 16, we ain't even paying no bills.
Yeah.
No,
That's-
but I'm saying but at least you could make sure you don't get pregnant, or I don't
Okay.
impregnate nobody.
Yeah.
I'm saying that much.
Because at that time, I remember it like yesterday. They had clinics on every corner back in the days,
Giving
giving
out
out
rubbers.
condoms.
Yeah.
Giving out condoms. Listen.
I remember my OG man brought me a Winn-Dixie bag
Yeah.
of condoms
Yeah.
from work. She's like, here. Cause she said, if I cobble, she'd already know.
Yeah.
I'm saying I'm gonna be not. So she said, here. So I used to ride in my glove compartment with a bag full of condoms, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, Oye.
Yeah.
Oye, what to them?
The clinics are gone.
Yeah, they gone now.
No, but they still giving out condoms.
Yeah, but
You hear what I said? The clinics, what we experienced, what we had, the access we had, a lot of that is gone.
It's gone. It's not.
They
like
don't
that
have
no more.
that.
Well,
Yeah.
listen. So then,
Whatever they teaching in school is not the same. What we was being taught.
Way different.
So these kids are. I feel like these kids, because they're kids, they're more advanced than us because they have social media, so they have more access than we had. But we were given more knowledge.
Exactly.
they're more advanced, but they're a lot more dumb too.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
They
dumb.
have we didn't have Instagram back then. We didn't have, so everything wasn't at the fingertip. You really had to ask an adult, because how else am I gonna figure this shit out?
We had the
I'm gonna
party
go
line.
home, wait for dial up, wait for
Yeah.
the like
We had the party line.
AOL.com.
Yeah.
We had the party line, kid.
Yeah. Hanging out on the phone.
party
The
line.
hotline. We
What?
like 100 people on there. Nobody can.
Listen,
Hey, go to the private room.
exactly.
You remember that? Yeah, man.
But that was our time. These kids don't got that now.
They don't got that.
It's like this.
Yeah.
And as quickly as they have access to all this stuff, they don't have access to the necessities. They don't have access to the clinics. Ain't nobody handing out bags full of condoms and saying, "Hey, be safe." Hey, dude. No, they're not doing that.
They're not even educating that no
No.
more. Like seriously, they not.
And we have to be fair, because we grew up in that, and we grew up with those things happening. I honestly, and they may have. I really don't remember them sending nothing home, asking my mama, "Can we talk to her about?" Now it's parents opting out, parents saying they don't want them. So you have so much happening for every child. Every child is different. You're going to the same school, but you're not getting the same knowledge that every other kid getting. Depending on who your parent is, depending on what they allowing you. Some parents are real strict. I don't want you teaching my kid about sex. I don't want you teaching my kid about this. So who's teaching them?
Social media.
Social media, especially TikTok.
Yeah,
Especially TikTok.
They're gonna
Yeah.
definitely do that.
So
They
you know
gonna-
what I
they
mean?
gonna
If the parent's not
definitely
at
do that.
home instilling these type of things, then what happens? Now we got broken homes.
Yeah.
But how do we, like, my thing is, we still have a lot of broken homes.
Yeah.
But moving forward, how do we change that for the next generation to come? Like, what's some of the things that they can do to take precautions to make sure that doesn't happen? Because like I say, for me, I got lucky. I got blessed, bro. Mine's just stuck. You know what I'm saying? I got a good one. She was the one. I ain't gonna lie, boy. I'm blessed, boy. But how does the next person pick out their mate to say, you know, even a young kid that's in their 20s, you know what I'm saying, out here dating, how do you figure out this is the person for me? And even before you lay with them, you make sure you understand the consequences and how to protect yourself. You know, it's a lot of details, a lot of that goes into that.
But I think it come with like bonding with the individual that you with. You gotta connect. People nowadays is not
Tap
connecting.
in.
They not connected nowadays.
You're not connected, no?
Tap in.
Just
You
boom,
going to the club, man? Hey, we outside.
boom, 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 pop, boy. Huh?
We in a tail now.
Yeah, we're in the tail.
They ain't connecting.
We're in the tail.
You don't even know the person.
Okeechobee.
How you know? How you know Chobi already?
Okeechobee.
You just left the office, bro.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you know such. Yeah, we.
Meet over there.
Oh man, she lose. You can't grow from that, fam.
Yeah, but see,
You got a bond.
honestly, if I was out here and I was young, because it's levels to this, man. It's also a compartment. You gotta learn to compartmentalize, right? So just like when we was growing up, you had fast,
Right.
you had easy, you had slow, right? You had girls that was like, you know, very slow and they not into all that. You gotta really like, they really good girls, you know what I'm saying? You gotta really take the time, you said, to bond with them. And you had girls that was, hey, meet me behind the stairwell, and
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's all good. Then you had ones that was, it was for everybody, like a baton. My whole thing is you have to be able to distinguish who's who and who's what.
Yeah.
Now, if I know this girl is fast and she's for everybody, I'm not going to go raw. I'm not going to impregnate her. Heck, I might not even sleep with her. If I respect myself enough, I might be like, man, everybody done had that.
Yeah.
I don't really want that.
That's
I
like
don't
a-
want to go
yeah.
in that hole everybody been into. You see what I'm saying? I want something that's different. You feel me? I'm going to find a girl that's worthwhile, that's smart, intelligent, got something going, right? She has an idea where she want to be and, you know, and build something with. I think today everybody just, like you said, it's just boom, boom, boom. Next thing you know, baby on the way. You
Yeah.
feel me? Like,
That's
to
just
me,
that.
that's ludicrous, bro. I can't rock like that. You can't live like, you can't do it.
That's real.
It won't work. You disagree? You could disagree. I'm saying you got to be able to pick wisely. You know what I mean? Women too.
It's not that I disagree, but you just know how I feel about it. When you say that girls are easy, you got the easy, you got the this, you got the that. You know, my biggest takeaway from all of that.
Okay, tell me. Let me sit up so I can.
From the girls, the guys, the this, all of this.
Yes, Lord.
Class in session.
Oh,
Go ahead, V.
My biggest takeaway from all of that is the guys. If in order for so many girls to be do guys not think they could be ran through?
no, we can't. We cannot.
No. You,
No.
nah, bro.
Thank
No, we
Guys
cannot.
could be ran
Yes,
through too, bro.
Lord.
Bro, it's like a 50-50, bro.
Yes.
50-50.
Okay, I'm glad you said that.
I'm-
Right?
I'm here.
Let me ask you this question
Go
right here,
ahead,
right
fam.
now. So a guy could be ran through too, right? You say you agree, and you say guys could. So let me ask you.
I already know where you're going.
No, my question is,
Go ahead.
who is affected more by the ran through? Is it the male or the female?
Females is
Because
always.
if I have 100 bodies under my belt, I'm raw, kid.
Yeah.
Boy, hey, I'm goated.
Yeah.
If she has 100 bodies under her belt, that's
It
See,
seemed like she
see-
lost value.
it ain't seem like she lost value.
But here's
I
the problem.
I can't take you seriously.
Here's
How am
the,
I take you seriously? You got 100 dead bodies.
But a lot of times you don't even know.
thank you.
You got to multiply.
No.
A lot of times you don't
They
even
gonna
know.
say, oh, 10, you multiply that by 30.
Damn. You rough.
I'm rough.
Listen,
I'm
all
rough.
of that may very well be true.
Yes.
That's not what that's not what I'm contesting. I'm not contesting who's affected by. I'm not
Right.
arguing that. What I'm saying is it is such a blanket statement that people have gotten used to saying when they say a female, oh, she ran through. No, you're ran through. You fucked 100+ women in your time. Where's the quality in you? How did you run through 100 bitches, but none of them was good enough? None of them was worthy to be married. None of them was. So what does that say about you? Let's stop thinking and focusing on the females. Because if we're going to talk about broken homes and we're going to talk about stopping the broken homes, it's more than just, let's find a good one. Because it's a lot of guys that find good ones and they
I see where
they
you're
waste
going.
their
Yeah.
time.
I see where
they
you're
find
going.
good ones. They fool them. They talk good
I
to
see
them.
where you're
Yeah,
going.
okay, now I got pregnant because I thought that this
was a
was
good one.
something.
Yeah.
No, I see where you're going.
And now you're gone.
Yeah.
Now it's a broken home that you've created here. Now you go and you do the same thing somewhere else. Now there's another broken home. But
Okay.
instead of everybody saying, wait a minute, this guy is the common denominator. Instead you saying, oh, she loose, man, she wild, she got body, she got body. But what about, how did it happen?
Wait a
we
minute.
have to give, everybody has to be accountable.
I don't say
Male
I'm
and
not saying I'm
female.
not saying the man is not accountable. I'm not saying a man should do that. We were just saying about who it hurts the most.
No,
I don't
no.
think a man, as a man, I don't think a man. If you're able to compose yourself, and you can, you know what I'm saying, sexually, I think that makes you a very good man. Like you don't got to sleep with every woman ain't to be slept with. I don't think a man needs 100 bodies. I don't feel like I'm just saying. But if you comparing sexes with bodies,
But
the
see,
man is
that's
gonna come
why-
out on. But doesn't mean it's right.
But that's
I'm not
why
saying it's right.
I interjected because I presented the conversation.
Yes.
And I didn't present the conversation in such a way to say that.
Well-
That's not what I was saying.
Well, I was
But
going with what my brother said.
you
I was
just
going
took
against
it
my brother
and
because
you
he
ran-
said man
men
could be
can
ran through.
through.
Man could be ran through. But
Do you-
go ahead, V.
No, I want you to go ahead.
No, because you know the reason why I say, but at the end of the day, I see where you going at, because you got to understand, if you have unprotected sex with one woman, you could get 20 women pregnant. One man could do that.
Of course, more than that.
But women
More
got to
than
wait
that.
9 months every
Yeah,
time.
yeah, more than
you
that,
feel
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? So it fall on both parties,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, of course it,
ain't
does.
no, you feel what I'm saying?
not arguing that. I don't think it falls on one person.
Yeah.
We're just talking about ran through.
Because you have to understand one thing, though. Women, God put women on this earth for what?
Oh, you know, man, to be the mother of civilization, man.
Of course.
Yes.
But guess what? Women always look up to a man, and they always vulnerable for a man.
Of course.
So
Of
they
course.
always going for a week
Of
for a
course,
man.
of course.
If they see that, oh, Lord.
Especially if she's feeling,
You
yeah,
feel me?
she's in love,
Look at his
yeah.
walk. Look. You feel me? Just like us.
Yeah.
When we see a female, well, she thick, boy.
Yeah.
And look, boy, she bow-legged.
Yeah,
she parrot-toed.
She beautiful.
We look at that. Look at her
Beautiful.
smile. You feel me? She got dimples.
Yeah.
So the accountability has to fall
Yeah.
on both parties.
But it does.
Yeah,
it
both
does fall
parties.
on
So
both.
when you talk about broken homes, I'm not saying anything that any of us said was wrong. We're all right as far as what needs to happen to stop the broken homes. But it's going to take a lot of accountability on both parts. And the thing about it is a woman cannot have a baby by herself.
Nobody's saying.
No.
Nobody's saying
I
that.
know that. What I'm saying is because a woman cannot have a baby by herself, we're talking about broken homes, right? A broken home is what is affecting children.
Of course.
So women can't bring, although we bear the children, we carry the children.
Of course. But it takes
if
two.
the men stop, it will stop the broken home.
I agree.
If men stop and thought and use their common sense, why would you get, an easy chick pregnant? It does not make no sense, but it happens, right?
It happens.
It happens
Every day.
So the decisions, ultimately, and it kind of goes back into what we always talk about, men are leaders. So
Yes,
if we
are.
want to talk about, hey, how can we stop broken homes within our community? The men have to stand up and be leaders. The
Well,
men have to stop making poor decisions, poor choices. Even if a woman trying to trap him, it's still a man's sperm that's going to get the trapping.
Where it stems from, bro, is if you remember, dog, when we were growing up, when you're in the street, bro, all you hear is dudes talking about the more the merrier. The more females you knock down, the cooler you see.
You get.
Yeah, you feel me? And it's like, so nobody's telling the kids the truth. Like, yo,
This is crazy.
It's not really helping nothing. You know what I mean? Yeah, you catching. You're releasing yourself.
Yeah.
But boy, the dangers, the diseases. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Bringing the
They ain't
child into
telling
the
you
world.
that.
And I tell you none of that. They just telling you it's cool to do that. You know what I mean?
Have fun.
Have fun. The more the merrier. But we got to start telling the kids the truth. We got to be safe and careful out
There's
here.
consequences behind everything,
Man,
dog.
and everything ain't to be hit. Everything ain't to be touched. You know what I'm saying? Some women, you just got to just let it be. You know what I mean? Some girls, they just could be a great friend because she's cool like that. Why would you want to mess that up? If she's really cool, she's a good person, why
You
would
don't
you
need to do
mess
nothing
that
else.
up? And knowing you're not ready for nothing serious. You know what I'm saying? You just be cool. That's
Made her open up to you, and all of a
Exactly.
sudden you just been a blow wreck.
you're going to blow. And then after that, the friendship is gone. It don't make no sense. And all you did was release yourself, bro.
That's it. No, release yourself. Get up pregnant. Now you got a baby. Now you got the rest of your life to deal with this person. Like, all of that is...
And then you got to deal with child support.
Yeah. Or
'Cause-
whatever. And then they be mad at the women. It's like, but it takes sperm. The baby can't come here without the sperm. That's just how I feel.
That's facts, though.
That's just how I feel. Like, so
That's facts.
No, it is fact. But as a
if
man,
we got broken homes,
you gotta-
it's because you decided to ejaculate and you did it incorrectly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either you didn't have a condom, or that wasn't somebody that you really wanted to be with.
And
That's what created the broken home.
And sometimes the toilet seat was far away.
And you couldn't make it.
You couldn't make it.
Well, I'm saying,
Bro, if you're not married and y'all not planning to have a child, or you're not been in a long relationship with a person that you really know y'all got a future with
Right.
each other, I don't think you should be going raw. That's just unless the person, you trust that person and they taking, whatever they got to take to make sure they don't get pregnant, birth control, whatever it is. I don't think you should be going raw. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't recommend it.
well,
I wouldn't recommend it.
I think I would just say that we have to all make better choices. And I wouldn't necessarily say it's better choices than the people that we're picking, because like you say, people can have a mask on, they can fool you for a little while, they can pretend to be this or pretend to be that. But ultimately at your core, I feel like if you both believe in the same things, the home will still be broken, let's say, if you're not together.
Right.
But the effect would be different, because you still will have, that child will still grow up with two parents. That child will still grow up. It may not be in the same house, but that child understands the difference of having two parents.
Well, I'm gonna say this: people wear masks, but at the same time, people can't help but talk. Unfortunately, people gonna talk, right? One of the things I learned about people is, if you meet a woman or you meet a man and he's bashing his ex
Jesus.
and telling you, talking down on the ex or whatever it may be, and that's the person you're talking to, that's you. That's how
That's
she's
you
gonna
in
be
the
talking.
long run.
So you already know that. I'm already knowing you ain't. I ain't messing with that.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, we gotta use our brain, bro. Like, because if you bashing this dude right here, you just love
Not
him.
necessarily
Yeah.
true.
See, I was finna double back off what you saying, because a lot of time it ain't like that. Because
How is it?
I listen, bro. I done met somebody before in it, like she bashed her nigga, like, yo,
Yeah.
this nigga ain't about this, he ain't about
But
that.
it came out to be true.
But I understand why he ain't like that.
Yeah.
But then again, sometimes the woman could make a nigga do things he ain't got no business doing, bro.
Yeah, of course.
She fire.
Yeah.
So you willing to show her I'm crazy just so I could be with you? Men do that.
How they work out with her though?
It ain't work out.
That's what I'm saying, though.
But I'm
But that
just
doesn't
telling you.
You feel what I
necessarily
mean? Yeah,
guarantee
no, but
that
doesn't-
that would be the case.
But
Because if you using that as your prime, like that's not going. You're gonna probably miss out on a couple of good people.
Come on now.
man, more than not, man, it's gonna pan out just the way it did for you. It didn't work out, bro.
Yeah.
That
It
ain't
ju-
true. I don't think that's true. I don't. Because
Yeah.
when I don't think it's true, but that's just me. I don't think it's true because there's no gray with me. There's white and black. So if you're a good person, even if we didn't work out, I'm not gonna say you're not a good person.
Right.
You're a good person.
Right.
It didn't work out,
All right,
unfortunately.
peep this. Me and you, bro. How many drunken nights you think we had back in the day?
A lot, bro. And we done talked a lot.
And
bro.
how many times have we talked and bashed any woman while we drunk and talking crap or having fun? How many times we done that? Zero.
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 Okay.
But my point is, I'm married, so I'm excluded. But he's you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's free. But I never heard him one time bash any woman he been with. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I've never heard him do that because he don't rock like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If it
So
ain't
that
going
don't
good,
mean-
he like, man, that's on me, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take that on the chin.
He takes
Yeah.
accountability. But at the end of the day, so if
That's the kind of person people need to be looking for. Somebody that's gonna take on both sides, men and women,
If-
accountability.
Accountability.
Not
but
bashing.
accountability also, bashing is
And I'm not talking about venting to just
right. I'm
vent.
about to
I'm not
say,
talking about that.
That's a matter of perception.
Yeah,
as
I'm not
well.
talking about. I'm not talking about venting.
Again, right is right and wrong is wrong.
Right.
So if I get with somebody and I'm telling you about how the last nigga just didn't do this, and this, I'm not bashing you, bitch. You really didn't do it.
Right.
So I mean, what you want me to say?
I know.
And-
I know when I don't do it,
No.
I'm next. I'm next though.
But a lot
I'm
of
next.
ti-
No, if you don't do
But
it-
a lot of times, a man really asks a woman, "Yo,
What happened?
What happened with you and your ex? What did he do so I won't make that same mistake?"
So I'm supposed to
She'll
tell
give
you?
him rundown.
Yeah, you could give me if I ask you.
Yeah.
Give me the
Yeah.
rundown.
She gonna give him the rundown.
Yeah, well, this and that happened,
Yeah.
but not in a bashful way though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like he could have did this or she could have done that,
Yeah.
and this wasn't done. That didn't happen. in
But-
due
but
time.
I ain't even
But
lie,
I'm talking
bro.
about the bitter ones, bro.
Yeah,
That's the one.
We have those.
That's what I'm talking. I'm talking about bitter, and I'm talking
Yeah.
about men and women. I'm not talking about
Yeah, 'cause
when
men
I.
can be very bitter.
I'm not
yes.
talking about any sex. I'm talking
Yeah,
about
men can be
everybody.
smash
very-
naive.
Yes.
Who, man?
Extremely.
Yes.
Well, that's because a lot of men think what they private.
Not even
There's no
because of
common
that.
sense. There's no
Not even
common
because
sense.
of that. No.
Like you
So-
said, you ran into that bad one.
Yeah.
Dog was trying to do anything for that bad one.
Yeah.
Things he ain't had no business doing.
No one-
Crashing out.
Crashing out. But guess
What
what?
was he thinking with?
But guess what?
What was he thinking with?
Guess what?
What?
At that time, I was a cornerback.
You was a cornerback.
Interception.
Boop.
And
Touchdown.
yeah, of course.
Yes. Yes. But who was he listening to?
I'm gone.
The little head.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying? You can't man, listen, bro. You got to be able to control yourself when it comes to being around women, beautiful women, because it's going to happen, bro.
Because I ain't even going to lie, dog. Mine's so beautiful, bro.
Yeah.
I just let my baby float.
Flow.
'Cause
Fly,
I,
baby.
I already
Be
know how
yourself.
she is. You feel me? And she love to take accountability. When she wrong, she gonna say, "Babe, you know what? Man, you talked yesterday. I apologize for that. I was dead wrong. Could you meet me in the room at 10 o'clock? I'm dead. I'm dead at 9:45. Ready.
See?
But she's
see,
a real woman.
that's-
You
that's
feel
what I'm
me?
saying, that
'Cause
she's willing to take
'cause even
accountability.
my daughter loved the hell out of her.
Yeah.
Because even though like her mama be doing other stuff, she always find a mother into my girl. You
Yeah,
feel what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Cause that's her stepmom. Like they talk about everything. You
Yeah,
feel me? So
yeah.
even back on what we talking about, broken homes, I feel like when it come to that, she helped my daughter with areas where she fell in that. You feel me? Where her own mama can't help
Can't
her.
help her
You
with.
feel what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
And that just keeping it 100.
No, I
and
know.
even though you watch it, don't feel like I'm talking down on you because I'm not. I'm just saying like
She's
to my
a good
girl,
woman. She's a good
she
woman.
found
Yeah.
ways
Yeah.
to elevate your daughter,
Well, there's
our
so
daughter.
many different ways that can happen because
Right.
kids learn in different ways. So
Yeah.
I can't give you everything that you need. That's why they say it take a village. That's why back in the day
It
they
does.
said
It take a village. It take
Exactly.
a
The
it takes
knowledge
a
that
village.
we all have and everything that we bring to the table, personality, charisma, all of that
Yeah.
mixed in together is what builds like a really strong child. Like that builds that child up.
Yeah.
So when
I
you talk
agree with
about
that.
broken homes, I said it doesn't. Yeah, you want the two people to stay together. That ideally you want that to happen. But when we talk about preventing and stopping broken homes, it's more about mental. It's more about everybody maturing in the situation. I don't have to be with you to be a good parent to this child.
Exactly.
We can still co-parent, coexist with no issues. My daughter didn't realize that me and her dad were not together until she was like in middle school. Like that's when it dawned on her, like, hold up, wait, y'all not together. And it was like that from the time she could ever remember. But we never made her feel it.
Right.
She never understood anything. Birthdays, holiday. She never knew anything different.
Co-parenting, make sure y'all come together.
It was, you know what I'm saying? And it's not an age thing because with her, she was young. I had my daughter. We were young, and we always co-parent. She even to this day, there's always there's nothing stopping it.
Well, I'm gonna say I don't disagree with what you said. If it comes down to it, the co-parenting, you have to be able to. You understand?
Don't argue in front of the kids.
But if you can, man, try to find somebody you see yourself with. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Y'all locked in. You know what I mean? Because I think it makes for like your situation is a blessed one. You know, whether you know it or not, because that's not how it goes in every situation.
I realize.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying?
Not.
So it sounds good.
Not.
It sounds good, but
realize.
that ain't how it goes. So I'm just saying,
very grateful.
if we're gonna be honest with these kids, man,
Yeah.
we gotta tell them. And we're gonna be honest with men, women in general.
Yeah.
You gotta be mindful of what you laying down with, bro, and be careful.
Make better decisions.
If you're gonna take the time to make sure your dress and your heels match, your purse, everything, your hair done, your lashes, your nails, you gonna make sure your shoes match your fit, your belt, everything. You gotta make sure you got the right woman, man.
Yeah.
Put that same effort into that person. Make sure that's the right
real.
person for you. You know, get them pregnant. You know what I mean? So with that being said, this is our show for the day, Broken Homes. Hopefully, man, we can all make better choices and better decisions in picking the person to be with. If you already in a bad situation, you know, you still got a chance to do better next time, you know. But don't keep making the same choices over and over.
But they still got churches they could go to too, bro.
A church can't help with that, brother.
Prayer can.
Yeah, prayer can, but not a
Okay,
church.
not a church.
No,
The
prayer. Yes.
Prayer.
You got to open that book and get on your knees and call Jesus in your life.
Yeah.
Because that's what you're going to need when you're dealing with somebody that ain't a good parent. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
So with that being said, this is our show for today. Hope y'all enjoy it. Catch us on the next one. You know what I mean? You heard?
Yeah.
All right, love.